Cortez getting the start kasama sina Hodge. Andiyan din etong si Ray Guevara who launched and missed that three. Gary David now part of the starting unit as well as Andre Emmett as Mike Cortez lights it up. Atin sa atin ang PLDT on Evolution turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV.
This looks like they brought in a little bit more firepower with Coach Norman in this particular lineup. And you notice it's a bit of a smaller lineup.
While GlobalPort is sticking with their same starting unit of Patrick O'Brien, Doug Kramer who got his own miss. O'Brien looking to stuff it back in. Tumatakbo na ang Meralco. Nandiyan din sila Jensen, Miranda, and Romeo para dito sa Batang Pierre.
And you know, I just don't, you're seeing a bit of banter going on between Doug Kramer and Patrick O'Brien. I don't know what that's all about. But you notice Patrick O'Brien did not sprint back on defense. This is the type of effort I'm talking about. He needs to kind of change that in order to help GlobalPort secure this win.
Meralco looking to string together some baskets here. Andre Emmett working against Doug Kramer. Emmett goes to the step to the left three. Halas ka lang ang kanyang tira doon. Romeo dribbling himself out of trouble. Goes to Jensen off the secondary for that beautiful finger roll.
It's good recognition by Terrence Romeo, but way to sprint down the middle by Jensen, making that layup. But again, the passes.
Lead of the Batang Pierre back up to 10 points. David with a pull-up over Deno, and El Granada has finally knocked in his first 2 points.
We'll see, Magoo. We'll see what happens after this first shot.
Sometimes that's all it takes for shooters like that.
I was like that in my younger days.
All you need to see is
just one shot.
That ball going through the net.
All of a sudden, you get that rhythm back. You feel good about yourself.
Jensen gets those two right back. This time around, sariling sikat. Nakanakaw pa si Miranda. To Romeo on the run. Look at him. Try that acrobatic layup. Trabiling ang naitag sa kanya.
It's just Meralco just looks out of sync. Getting a little frustrated. I mean, these are turnovers they shouldn't be making.
At this point, let's send it back over to Miss Eric.
According to Coach Jamaic, first half for them has been a showing of poor confidence. GlobalPort has been outrunning them and Bolts have just been missing a lot of shots. Kaya naman, they have to close out hard just like how they did in tune-up games and be mindful also on how they defend on transition. Para naman sa GlobalPort, paalala lang ni Coach Pito, it's not about how they start but how they finish. They should be able to limit touches kay Andre Emmett who has been a scoring machine and be conscious still of Gary David and John Wilson who can still be deadly on offense. But great effort must be put on defending the import of Meralco. Balik sa inyo.
Right on cue, Erica. Ay, nag-turnover this time around dito si Emmett. Pero kanina, nakashoot ng tres. But this time around, they couldn't capitalize off a 3-on-1. So the lead of GlobalPort remains at 7. Kramer, gustong sukatin ng depensa neto ni Emmett. Douglas spinning away, blocked by Emmett.
Good defense.
Andre puts his head down, running into two defenders. They go to El Granada. Gary in trouble. Saves it back to the wrong man. Romeo gets two.
Another turnover.
Romeo stops and pops. Terrence delivers his 17th point.
Romeo is feeling it right now. And Meralco's got to do something about these turnovers, and they have to find some sort of control and balance here in organization in their offense because it just looks out of sync.
Tanong natin dito kay kasamang Roy. Roy, nung first game nung Manalo Alaska, sino leading scorer? I think by the end of the night, Terrence Romeo will be the scoring leader once again. Sa locals. Oh, he already is. Terrence Romeo already is the scoring leader.
It's just amazing how fast he gets numbers up, Magoo. I mean, but you know, again, why am I not? I'm not surprised because this guy has so much talent.
Yeah.
He has so much quickness. I love what he did with his physique this season. I didn't even recognize it, but you know, for all the young players out there, you know, diet, taking care of your body, eating the right foods, getting the good stuff in you off the court can sometimes make all the difference. And you're seeing so much from Terrence Romeo. He just looks so fluid, and he's not getting tired.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, huh? He does it on a consistent basis, even if he plays heavy minutes. Romeo looking for O'Brien at the post. Hodge trying to keep right in step with him. O'Brien using his length over Cliff.
Now you're seeing the establishment of Patrick O'Brien in the post. You saw him hit a three-point shot earlier in the first half.
That's the most important thing for this squad. Remember when they got Kurt Warner back in that side? That other import they had, he was a post presence, although he was just 6'5".
Yeah, but you know, it makes a lot of difference. Now all of a sudden it gives Meralco something to worry about.
Oh, Terrence putting on a show, gets his own miss, crashes on top of Cliff. Jump ball ang naitawag dito dahil si Isip at si Guevara nagkabuhol.
And Mugu, there's a lot of standing around by Meralco right now. I don't know if that's just frustration and not being ready to play, but I mean, you saw the smallest guy on the floor dive for the loose ball, and another small guy try to get the loose ball from GlobalPort. This is a bad sign. You should see bodies on the ground, especially from the big men of Meralco.
Guevara, happy to see him back on the floor, slam dunk king once again of that All-Star weekend in Palawan.
Amazing how he's able to go through the legs like that on that slam dunk.
Wilson outside. David off one dribble with a pull-up. No, O'Brien for the rebound, and he is fouled by Guevara. 53-44. Siyang pa rin po ang abante ng GlobalPort Batampier. Looking to add to it on this attack.
That's the 13th rebound for Patrick O'Brien.
Go along with his 7 points. Miranda on the loose. Goes flash to drop the deuce.
It's just simple basketball right here for GlobalPort. I mean, they post up Patrick O'Brien. Patrick O'Brien senses that the double team is coming. They see Derek Miranda wide open. Goes in for the easy layup.
Barely 5 minutes into the third quarter of action. Balik po sa halftime lead ng GlobalPort. 11 segundos. Emmett in the lane is fouled. Coach Pido has really gone to Paulo Taha to try and put a stop to Andre Emmett, who's already got 24 points.
Well, they're doing the best they can, but what I like about Taha, he's very aggressive, and he looks like he's very scrappy on defense. He looks like a pretty good athlete.
As Ferriols checks back into this contest, Coach Norman looking for a way to put a body on O'Brien. Emmett goes 2 for 2.
But perhaps this is something that Meralco didn't anticipate. The physicality of the big men of GlobalPort, plus the fact that they're deeper. And Peter Horencio can go way deep into that lineup.
Foul whistled as Ferriols sumundot mula sa likod. It's one of the things that's been instituted, pero some guys still go for it. It's been a while now, a couple of seasons now, that you can't really reach in from behind. You hit that guy, that's an automatic foul.
It's an automatic foul.
Bryant once again against Ferriols. This time he goes cross court. Taha from the corner. Over Emmett, misses it. Hodge for the board. Just over 6.5 remaining in this third. Romeo saves that one. Ball batted out of bounds by Hodge. Cliff Hodge, ever since he entered the PBA, actually ever since the D-League, he's just always had no regard for his own safety.
He's always, he reminds me of one of those military guys, you know, from the United States Marine Corps or something, with the haircut, the tattoos.
And the military guy is supposed to be Jared Dillinger, right? He doesn't really remind us of a military guy.
He's the wannabe military guy, the failed attempt at the Air Force Academy. I love you, Jared.
Emmett on the attack. Over Taha. Ginagawang asintahan ni Andre. Kahit sino pang dumepensa sa kanya.
But again, it's all Emmett. It's all Andre Emmett. You've got to see some action from the other players of Meralco. 28
big points ready for Emmett. Patrick O'Brien in traffic, trying to carve out some space. He's tied up. Foul is whistled, though. Looks like it's going to go against Ferriols. GlobalPort at Meralco looking for win number 1. We got a full week of basketball ahead of us. Bukas po sa MOA Arena naman tayo for a doubleheader. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all doubleheaders will be back here inside the Smart Araneta. Romeo with the shot clock winding down, goes to the spin, kicks it over. Taha though couldn't catch it cleanly as they turn it over.
Nice no-look pass by Terrence Romeo. Taha's got to be ready.
Cryan back on the floor para dito sa Batampier. John Wilson has been redeployed by Coach Norman for the Orangemen. Emmett over to Hodge. Isip giving him some space. Handoff, pabalik kay Emmett. Down the middle, off the spin. He is held down. He troops back to the line for 2 shots.
Well, it's a good thing. You know, he's going to the charity stripe. But in that timeout, you hear Coach Norman talking about, hey, we're not going to get it all back at once. Let's stick to the simple shots.
Andre Emmett now 13 of 16 from that free throw line. He's gotten it done. He's got that outside touch, and when he attacks, if he doesn't make the basket, he usually gets fouled.
I mean, that's just the veteran-ship in Andre Emmett. I mean, it's just, like I said, when a player reaches that age, everything has come full circle. You've got a mixture of youth and experience. You still feel young. You still feel like you're 19 years old, but you know, your capacity and your intelligence in basketball, your IQ has gotten so high at that point.
Do athletes really peak by their early 30s?
I would have to say, yeah, all the way up to about 35, depending on how you take care of yourself.
Yeah, we always go back to that, Ollie, right? Because it is what it is.
It is what, you know, and it's so important. It really is, especially if you want to lengthen your basketball career.
It's all about discipline. Of course, being a basketball player has its perks. But of course, you need the discipline to really become a superstar, to really prolong your career.
You're talking about not going out late at night.
The stuff you used to do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking a seat away from Ali right now.
No, it's okay. It's okay. A lot of people know that. But, you know, I always made sure that if I was going to have a good time, I always made sure that I had to match that with working hard.
You just make up for it, right?
Make up for it, exactly.
Isip with the offensive board. His putback is good. GlobalPort playing beautiful basketball once again here in the third quarter of action.
Another offensive rebound by the big man of GlobalPort.
See, when you're just a commentator, you don't have to make up for stuff like this.
No.
Coming up on 4 minutes remaining in the third. Emmett once again. This time it's Jensen. Leaves him half step. Emmett couldn't make him pay. Isip para sa board.
This is good defense by GlobalPort.
Romeo catch and shoot. Overcooks that one. Ball is batted back to Cryan, and he makes him pay.
And that couldn't have happened without Jensen tapping that ball. I mean, these are hustle plays. These are things that Meralco should be doing. They need to get possession of that defensive rebound.
Wilson goes to Periol. Sinahanap ito si David. El Granada only with 2 points so far. Feeds Periol, who drops it off to Hodge. Puta tayo dapat kay Mamaril.
And again, the defense and that back line and the toughness. All of a sudden now, GlobalPort has some toughness.
Periol's now with a total of 4 points, and he has brought them back to within 7. Here in the third. Cryan using that Mamaril pick. But David recovers right on him. Now Isip will offer one. He goes to the corner. Romeo for 3. Patay ang Butike. Wasn't even really the side of the board. It was the actual board. That's hard to do from the corner.
It's very hard to do, but I've seen people make that shot.
Cryan with the leather. 2-on-1. Romeo running with him. Hahabol si Hodge. Cryan is there to clean it up. Likasama bang foul.
You see the concern about it. You see the extra passes. That you know that in this game plan, they're thinking about it and they're trying to execute it as much as possible, and it's working very well for them. And I think a lot of it has to do with the extra passes by Terrence Romeo and, of course, the import Omar.
Look at the assists so far in this game. +5 para dito sa Batang Pierre. +10 on the scoreboard. Those are the 5 assists, maybe. Wilson gets rid of Buenafe. Anthony from the other corner, or wing rather. Ball will remain with Meralco. Last touch done, si Buenafe.
And one thing I noticed, Alonzo Buenafe and the guards of GlobalPort getting in the faces of the guards of Meralco. Putting a lot of pressure on them.
At this point, let's get in the face of Miss Erica.
Even with this lead of GlobalPort, nanunumbalik naman na ang confidence ng Meralco as they all were in agreement that they have a lot of time. Paalala lang ni Coach Norman, if they feel outside shots are too difficult to make, get closer to the basket. Their game on the post should be able to help them catch up. And this will be easy if they have good communication sa loob ng court para maging mas efficient ang ikot ng ball. Balik sa inyo.
How about the mood in the huddle, Erica, netong Meralco? Do you feel that they have a hangover of getting swept from the last tournament? Me and Ali were talking about it.
Parang feeling ko naman seeing them again, like what I've said, nanunumbalik yung confidence. All of them were very focused. Lahat sila were very attentive to the instructions of Coach Norman. And everybody were speaking up. In fact, sabi nga ni Cliff Hodge bago magtapos ang huddle, let's all get back on defense. Yun ang sinabi niya para lalo nga namang makahabol sila now with 54-62 in favor of Global.
You were talking about them standing around earlier.
Yeah, standing around, not diving on the ball, diving on the floor for the loose ball. And then, you know, we saw before that timeout, there's only 2 players from Meralco that got back on defense after that turnover.
And up to this point, naghahanap pa rin ng makakatulong. Ito si Coach Norman Black para sa import niya si Andre Emmett. As Wilson troops back to the bench, Simon Atkins back on the floor. Second free throw rattles home. 9 points in the game para dito kay O'Brien. Atkins working against Buenafe. Pupunta siya kay Karan. 2-point guard setup para kay Coach Norman. Atkins against Buenafe. They go back over to Emmett. He's got 32 points already in this third quarter pa lang tayo. Atkins to the other wing. Karan to Atkins. Somebody's got to go. Shot clock's at 1. Port lang ang tinamaan.
The rush shot by Meralco.
Ryan working against Karan. They want Mamaril at the post. Now they wave off Billy Moms. They want O'Brien to try and post up. And with Meralco already in the penalty, this means 2 shots.
There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on between Billy Mamaril and Andre Emmett earlier. And then now all of a sudden you see Billy Mamaril going at it with Sean Anthony. But again, like I said, the physicality. All of a sudden, GlobalPort rather has guys underneath the basket that are willing to bang, and again do the things that that you don't see on a stat sheet.
And knowing the personality of Coach Pido Arencio, is this
that's right up his alley. That's why I say it's actually a really good pickup.
Coach Pido has always wanted players of this character on his squad. Ano natin yung toughness para dito. Toughness and tough love mula kay Coach Pido. Hugnatan from the outside, misses. Cryan trying to secure that rebound, but runs out of space. But look at the
hustle.
Eric Gonzalez and Coach Pido Arencio applauding the hustle.
Yeah, you see the import, his first game, running out of bounds, trying to save that basketball.
Karam with the leather. Duman sa pick ni Hugnatan. Anthony from the outside fakes the 3, drives closer, takes the contact, and will shoot to the line.
Foul number 2, Billy Boyle. That's his first foul. 5 on the line here.
How about Sean Anthony? What do we expect from this guy for the rest of the Governor's Cup? Of course, the 7 other teams along with Meralco only have imports of 6'5" or below. He's a mismatch, of course, for the 7-footer tonight, but in their other games, he should match up pretty well with the imports.
Well, I think so. I mean, especially when you come across an import that's about 6'5", the limit is what, 6'5". 6'5" and under. And the one thing I like about Sean is he's not just a guard. You see it right now. He's banging with the big guy, Billy Mamaril. He's a very physical player, and this gives Coach Norman Black the ability to stretch his defense with a guy like Sean Anthony.
Another guy that can stretch the defense as Jensen uses his hustle to get those 2 points and stretch their lead now up to 14. A floor stretcher, pinasok ni Coach Norman dito, digging deeper into his lineup. Makapagal is on.
It's just effort. It's amazing. Jensen gets the rebound. There's 3 orange jerseys around him. He got the offensive rebound. He's supposed to be a guard.
Makapagal whistled for this personal. 15.2 seconds remaining in the third quarter of action. What will it take for Meralco to wake up here the rest of the way?
Well, I think they have to wake up by putting forth more effort. Like I said earlier, sometimes it's not about the game plan or X's and O's. You can completely take yourself out of this game if you're not doing the little things that don't go on the stat sheet.
But as Erica was mentioning earlier, she was hearing all the right things from the huddle. It just has not translated to the floor.
But Cliff Hodge said, hey, we got to get back on defense. That's effort.
Second free throw is a miss. Look who gets that rebound, though. Just saves it out of bounds on that sideline. Jensen once again.
This is all hustle. And I don't know if Meralco anticipated this type of physical play. by GlobalPort, but they should have because of these two additions with Doug Kramer and Billy Marmarell, and of course the length and size of Patrick O'Brien.
Emmett misses. Huknatan cleans it up. They were already down by 15. They got a chance to cut this deficit to 12 heading into the final 12 minutes of action. Maybe even 11 with an offensive putback here. Just half a second remaining in this third frame. Huknatan takes care of the bonus. O'Brien from deep. Doesn't work. We got a 12-point ball game sa pagpasok ng huling 2 minuto ng aksyon. 69-57 ang ating score.